got a new NBA champion, ladies and gentlemen. He ain't from LA. He ain't from Brooklyn either. He's from Greece. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. What a spectacular performance to close out the Phoenix Suns. You know where we going with this. First takes in the house. Let's go.
This is one game away from being an NBA champ, being in the history of this game, being always there.
The spin move, the finish! Giannis Antetokounmpo with one of the most iconic performances in the storied history of the NBA Finals. And the slam from Antetokounmpo! The long wait has ended after a half century. The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
I wanted to do it here in the city. I wanted to do it with these guys. Did it.
That just makes me so happy. I can't even explain it. I might need to make a tray of baklava tonight in honor of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Great final.
Oh my gosh, incredible. Max Kellerman, I'm Molly Karam Rose. Hello, everybody. That is Stephen A. Smith. Good morning, Stephen A.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Excellent. Congrats to the Milwaukee Bucks, world champs. So Giannis Antetokounmpo was a man on a mission and mission accomplished. Behind 50 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks, he was named Series MVP unanimously. The Bucks held off the Suns in Game 6 of the NBA Finals to capture the franchise's first championship in a half century. They did so in front of a sellout crowd, more than 17,000 fans inside the arena, along with 65,000 outside. Giannis, talk to me.
Don't let nobody tell you what you can be or what you cannot do. You know, people told me I can't make free throws. I made my free throws tonight, and I'm a freaking champion. I made them and I'm supposed to make it. You know, but I'm joking. Actually, I'm not, but this is an addicting feeling. Like, I love playing in the playoffs. I love playing in the finals. And I love playing with the ball is heavy. You know, and this is the moments I want to chase more. I want our team to keep build off this, you know, and hopefully we can do it again.
Giannis had 50 points, tied for the most in a finals-clinching win in NBA history. Look at the names on that list. MJ, Magic, Shaq. He also became the first player with 50, 10, and 5 in a playoff game since blocks were tracked. That was in the early 70s. Stephen A. Smith, you were in the building. Tell me this, sir. Thoughts on Giannis's performance?
I don't know if I've ever seen a better performance in an NBA Finals closeout game. I saw Magic Johnson drop 42 and 15 against the Philadelphia 76ers, playing center when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was out against the Philadelphia 76ers. I saw Michael Jordan drop 45 in that Game 6 when he crossed over Byron Russell and hit the jumper in his last game as a Chicago Bull to win his final championship. But I've never seen a performance in a closeout game for a championship that was better than what I witnessed last night. He was absolutely sensational, just dominant. He was a man amongst boys. Poor DeAndre Ayton, part of it was that he had no help on the front line, so he had to watch himself to some degree, but Giannis couldn't be guarded, and he certainly couldn't guard Giannis. And then Giannis is fighting coming downhill. He's attacking the basket. Every little lull that Milwaukee had, he'd answer the call himself and literally put the franchise on his back. Middleton didn't really have it last night for the first 3 quarters. Drew Holiday didn't have it at all, shot 1 for 11 in the first half. And Giannis said, the hell with all of that. We ain't going back to Phoenix. We ain't going back to the desert. We going to close this out tonight and put the franchise on his back and just willed them to a championship. It was as dominant a performance by a big that I had seen. And we're talking about Shaq, we're talking about Will Chamberlain, we're talking about Bill Russell, we're talking about all of these guys who were legitimate centers, which Giannis Antetokounmpo is not. But he damn sure looked like that last night. And in the end, what I walked away thinking about was, you know, how he stayed the course, the level of adversity. How many times, Max, did we lament during the playoffs, particularly when it came to somebody like Ben Simmons, how he didn't want the ball because he was scared of getting fouled and knew that he would have to go to the free throw line. Well, Giannis didn't care about the ridicule. He didn't care about the insults. He didn't care about the embarrassments or anything like that. He just wouldn't stop coming. And last night, they sent him to the free throw line. We're talking free throws with all the stuff, all the great things that happened last night. What you walked away with most was the fact that this dude ridiculed ad nauseum throughout the postseason, went to the free throw line 19 times and made 17 free throws. That's 89.5% from the free throw line. He did it all. He did it all, and he's been he's a worthy champion, and we just got to give him his props.
Yeah, Giannis was unbelievable last night. Let's keep in mind he hyperextended his knee in game 4 of the previous series, and it looked like at that moment he might be out for the playoffs. And in a year where AD went down and Kawhi went down, and even LeBron was compromised, and Harden wasn't there at first, and Kyrie went down, Giannis not only got back, but got back and picked up where he left off. It wasn't just that he ended with 50 and 90% basically from the free throw line in a closeout game, but he strung together, 15 straight performances where this guy was just completely unstoppable. And we're in an era of bigs right now, quiet as kept. And I'm not even talking about KD, who's almost 7 feet, or LeBron, who's 260 pounds, because once upon a time, that would have qualified them as bigs. But they have perimeter player skills. I'm talking about, let's be honest, Giannis, back-to-back regular season MVPs, didn't win it a third straight time because there was fatigue giving it to him. So Jokic beat out Embiid. And when you say he's not really a center, Stephen A., but he's a big. He makes his living in the paint, and he can protect the rim. That's a big in my book, right? So it's Giannis, Jokic over Embiid. And in the finals, Giannis MVP this year, AD could have easily been MVP last year. We are in an era of kind of hybrid modern bigs right now, and Giannis might be the best among them. By the way, he's the face of the NBA right now, and maybe the most likable superstar in sports.
So let's stay with that, because Max, is this form of Giannis, the one that made 17 of 19 free throws, 50 points, is he the best player in the world?
I can't say he's not. I think that LeBron James,
Giannis Antetokounmpo, to seal this for the Bucks. Mike, let's start with you. Put this into perspective for us.
The perspective is maybe the greatest finals performance ever. I mean, Stephen A. and I immediately turned to each other. I'm a lot older than he is, but we still can turn to each other and say, okay, give me one. Top this. And I think we both we nodded about Magic, 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists as a rookie on a night where Kareem was injured. So we both nodded on that. And
Jordan's 45.
We figured Jordan's 45 in Utah closeout. That's right. That's all. That's as far as we went. And I don't know that Giannis's 50-pointer tonight wasn't the equivalent of anything I've seen in my life except Magic. So when you talk about, when you can go back over the entire history of the league, 75, whatever years it is now, and you can single out a performance, and it was unequivocally it's one of the top 5 of all time. So the perspective, Stan, the context is greatest ever. Is it in that discussion? Yes, it's in that discussion. He took out a team that came back from a 13 or 14-point deficit, 16-point deficit, whatever it was, and the Suns looked like, they had for a while to control the game, but they didn't because of Giannis.
The Bucks were up 13.
13, okay.
Next thing you know, they were down 7. Phoenix came roaring back. And then Giannis comes into the game, and Giannis says, well, damn it, give me the ball. We going home. This is it. And that's what he did. He was completely dominant. It's not about the points. It's not about the numbers. It's what he did to get them. He was completely fearless and just oblivious to the ridicule and potential humiliation. It didn't matter to him. That level of determination in the face of whatever adversity he was facing is what we should walk away appreciating about this newest champion that has blessed the NBA.
Hey guys, what about the commitment that flowed both ways with this organization? First, a commitment from Giannis to stay in this era of super teams and mercenary championship chasing, and the commitment from the Bucks to say, okay, we're going to get the right pieces to build around you so we can get to this moment.
Well, I'd like to, I don't want to poo-poo on anybody's parade. I'm going to give Giannis all the credit in the world, because when you sign him for $245 million, you damn well better get him the help that he thinks he needs. Otherwise, you're an absolute fool. So to keep Giannis Antetokounmpo, you had to make a commitment as an organization. And in fairness to the Milwaukee Bucks, They did that. They needed to do it to make Giannis happy, make no mistake about it, but they did it, and they do deserve credit for that to some degree without question.
Understand it. The other side of it is Giannis, who did not go to Miami or Los Angeles or New York, and he didn't have to have a super team. He said, we're going to do this right here. That won't mean a lot to, I don't even know what percentage of people watching our network are from where. But as a kid from down the road a little bit, 80 miles,